Hello everyone! Today I'll be playing a slightly different game than usual, since I came across it recently and became intrigued. The game in question is of course Hell's Kitchen the game. I am a huge fan of cooking shows, including Hell's Kitchen of course, and Kitchen Nightmares, but also MasterChef and The Great British Menu. I used to watch that. Now this game came out all the way back in 2008 and was released on PC, Nintendo Wii and DS. Today I'll be playing the PC version. When I was researching this game, I was quite impressed to find out that Mr. Gordon Ramsay himself was involved in the development of the game, but the extent of which he was involved, I'm not sure. But I do love Gordon Ramsay, so I'm looking forward to learning from the master, and probably getting aggressively told off in the process. So without further ado, let's go to hell. First of all, Gordon introduces himself. You make a career here, and develop your restaurant by impressing me. Oh, so we're not like learning skills or cooking techniques? If all I have to do is impress him, I'll just show him how many keepy-uppies I can do. Well, apparently we are being thrown directly into the fire by starting to serve real customers immediately. Quality dishes are our top priority and will make up for the impatience of customers. But if we mess up with both cooking and service, he will shut down the kitchen. I'm a little bit scared. Please be nice to me, Chef Ramsay. So we're starting off as a dishwasher, not even like a kitchen assistant or a porter. We are but a handy kitchen appliance. Well, let's see what this game is all about then. Look at the steam coming off that!
Jesus Christ, what the hell?
Oh, look at today's special, a warm vegetable salad with carrot and ginger vinaigrette. That sounds horrible. So the first day serves as a tutorial, and we are jump scared with a 3D model of Chef Ramsay saying,
"Welcome to Hell's Kitchen."
He's looking rather cross already, and I've not even done anything yet. Cheer up, mate. Well, our first customers are here, so we must select the lectern to greet and sit them. I didn't even know what a lectern was, so I had to look it up. These guys are really thoroughly reading the menu. But once they do finally decide, we take their order and send it through to the kitchen. Now it's chef time, so we select the raw fruits and vegetables to prepare them, and they rotate in midair, which prepares them, I guess? Ah yes, the centrifugal forces allow a hands-free way of preparing food, and it tells me to select the grains to begin preparing them next. So what, we're like blending bread and rice, and I don't know what the other things are. Well, you are the boss, Mr. Ramsay. The goal is to finish both recipes as close together as possible, so the veggies which have a longer cooking time go in first. I'm pretty sure it's not just veggies though, I'm sure I saw a massive watermelon and some bananas in there. We're just throwing anything in that pot, rinds and all. Once the timer reaches 5, I put the grains into the frying pan. And once the timer reaches 0 and the bell rings, we drag the pot and the pan to the plate so they don't overcook. The more stars we get for our dishes, the more Chef Ramsay's impatience is compensated. And he simply remarks,
"Good."
Now it's time to serve, so we just have to click on the meal, and then we teleport to the table to serve it. Enjoy guys, a random mixture of boiled fruit and veggies and some fried bread and unspecified grains. Then it's cleanup time, and that's the end of the day. That was easy, wasn't it?
Congratulations.
Thanks. Now it's day 2 and we have a new special, roasted tomato soup. Nothing special about that, is there? You can get that from a tin. Don't jump at every customer's whim. Let them simmer a little, or they'll lose patience waiting for their meals at the same time. So we're like cooking the customers now.
The doors are opening right now.
Yeah, I know mate, I just selected Open Hell's Kitchen. We're all on our own today. Well, Chef Ramsay is still giving us that glare. Careful mate, if the wind changes your face will stay like that. So we prepare mixed fruit and grains for both dishes, but one takes so much longer to cook. That doesn't make sense, but okay. Or maybe it's because they're in a different order. I've already messed up because I forgot how long these things have to spin for to prepare them. But thankfully, Gordon still likes it.
I like that. I quite like that.
Here you go, mixed fruit and grains and mixed grains and fruit.
Very interesting so far.
Very interesting? I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not. Wow, they scrammed that down fast, didn't they? Well, after serving 2 whole tables, day 2 is complete.
I'm a very proud man.
Aw, he's proud of me. Desserts are now on the menu, and today's special is a grapefruit and blood orange terrine with marmalade ice cream. I don't know why, but the word terrine just gives me the ick. Maybe because I think of like this sort of thing. My food's so good it makes Chef Ramsay say
Hallelujah!
So we make desserts out of the exact same ingredients as the main courses? How am I supposed to know what dish I am making?
That is absolutely spot on.
Oh my god, he actually praised me. Somehow I only got 4 stars there, even though I cooked all of the dishes perfectly. This doesn't make sense. So our special today is pumpkin risotto with roasted mushrooms. And I'm just now realising that you can get the actual recipe on here. And apparently this dish is available at Gordon Ramsay's restaurant at the London Hotel. That's actually really cool. I might actually try and make this one. You can even download a PDF of the recipe and print it off. What a cool little feature. So apparently we're serving eggs and poultry now. I would much rather be a vegan establishment, but beggars can't be choosers. You are the boss after all, Mr. Gordon.
Are we ready?
Ugh, look at that gross carcass. I don't like this at all. Mr. Chef does though.
Finally, I've tasted something delicious.
It looks kind of disturbing, the chicken carcass floating in the air like that. Wait, aren't we preparing a dessert here? Why are we putting meat in the dessert? When you said blood orange terrine, I didn't realise there was actual blood in it. We achieve a perfect score, of course. I'm such a good chef. Wait, now we've gone back to the menu, it's been downgraded to 4 stars? There's just no pleasing some people. Great, an additional table, so we'll be serving 3 couples instead of 2. Interesting how the only people who come in are this couple. I'm actually amazed that I haven't made Chef Ramsay angry yet. I can't wait to hear what insults he throws at us. I just realised that when the waiter takes the lid off the plate to serve the food, there's actually nothing there. Is this some sort of magic trick? Another perfect score, and this time we do actually get the 5 stars. Today's special is chocolate chip cookies? Are you kidding me? Who goes to a restaurant and orders chocolate chip cookies? In more exciting news, we have new cookware, a saucepan, and we're told to get used to it quickly to attract more significant clientele. Because the clientele we've had so far are very insignificant. Oh yeah, look at this thing. I love me a good saucepan. Well, I guess the chicken is the secret ingredient to chocolate chip cookies too. We gotta get that protein in, I suppose. Oh look, new customers at last. They must have heard about our amazing saucepan. And today's special is pumpkin pie with maple syrup and pecan ice cream. Wait, how are we making ice cream if we don't have any dairy ingredients? Are we making meaty ice? Well, Gordon doesn't have anything nice to say today. I could make the best meal ever, and he'd just say, let's go, yes?
Let's go, yes?
We've made it through the training phase, woohoo! But Gordon still isn't impressed, and says we've barely scratched the surface. You've started earning a reputation, and you have to work hard to maintain it. I can't be arsed. Wow, we've now been promoted to Apprentice. I love that show. I bet apprentices are actually paid less than the dishwasher though. Today we have a kitchen test, so we're just working in the kitchen, so we can learn to deal with tighter cooking and cooling times. I'll be honest, when I started playing this game, I didn't expect to be acting as a waiter as well as a chef.
Are we ready?
No, not really. Oh, so there's 4 stoves now, and we have to deal with both at the same time. I'm feeling pretty overwhelmed already. I'm absolutely rubbish at multitasking, especially with all of these sound effects going on. But I'll admit, it's a welcome change from the usual days where we have to cook and serve. Well, I certainly wasn't expecting to get 5 stars there.
Congratulations.
New ingredient time, unspecified meats. You can't hide a badly cooked piece of meat. Oh yes you can, I'll hide it in the dessert of course. I'm just too good at this. I need to make him mad, but he's always just so proud of me.
I'm a very proud man.
Larger groups next to the picture of these specific customers seems a little offensive. But now we can expect groups of up to 3. And our special today is beef Wellington and mash, with a weird looking carrot on top.
Show me your willy!
Here is the larger groups we were expecting. Oh no, we have to cook 3 dishes at once now? But it's not the cooking that is the difficult part, it's dragging them to the counter that I'm struggling with. Since I have to do this at lightning speed, and I'm using the touchpad on my laptop. But with some words of encouragement from Gordon.
You can do it.
I can indeed do it. But eventually we get our first meal that isn't perfect.
I need you to really, seriously up your game.
Well, that's a little harsh. I only left the plates for a second. I think 4 stars is still good anyway. Thank God he's forgiven me.
I'm a very proud man.
Wonderful news, we can now prepare ingredients faster, thanks to our grueling practice. But it doesn't even feel any faster at all. I'm at the point now where I can't really just throw things into the pan. I have to really think about what I'm going to do first. And yeah, you can probably tell I'm really struggling.
I need you to really, seriously up your game.
Now we have to serve bloody starters. Bloody 3-course meal. I can't be doing with this. But apparently it will attract new customers. I'm quite happy with the 2 varieties we have right now. Well, this extra course is really making the day drag, and everyone is fed up. There's all flames on the tables, but nobody is as fed up as me. So for some reason, the food didn't appear after we prepared it. I have to go back to the kitchen and then back out again, and there it is. I love how these people act when they're unhappy, they just look around perplexed. Like, where's my damn food? It's already our last day as an apprentice, and we have new customers. Society gals, who get bored fast. Just like me with this game, haha. Well, customers are all the same to me. I'll just ignore them until I can be bothered going to the lectern. I just noticed that the paper with the orders on goes on fire too. We shouldn't really have it above the cooker like that, should we? A 2nd star. Not too bad. You've still got a long way to go, but at least you're showing steady progress. We are told that customers will be getting more and more demanding, if that's even possible. I'm already serving them 3 bloody courses. You now have quiet retirees, kids on dates, and society girls. Not the most discerning customers, but you're getting noticed. Actually, that retired couple are the epitome of discerning. They've probably been on loads of cruises and stuff. At last, we've been promoted to a junior chef. And today's special is glorified sardines on toast. I forgot we had this stupid kitchen test on the first day of the week. I hate Mondays. A little more tightening of the quality screws, and you'll be semi-decent yet. I think I'm very decent already. My screws couldn't be any tighter. For some reason, my dishes kept failing, and I couldn't figure out why.
You donkey!
Excuse me, what did you call me? Chef Ramsay gets so angry, I can hear his heart throbbing. This is stressing me out. I didn't even know we were using the oven. You could have warned me. It took me a while to figure out it was even there, and I thought my food was just stuck there at the serving part. Well, we managed to get that heart rate down a little. And we indeed scraped by, achieving 1 measly star, aka dreadful. Well, I was a little embarrassed by my performance there, so I tried to redeem myself by attempting it again. But even now I'm aware of the oven, I still managed to mess it up. This is far too stressful for me.
Donkey!
But at least I got an okay 3 stars. Or as Gordon says,
Unbelievable.
okay, I didn't think I did that good. At last, a new ingredient. There's a whole world of creams and cheeses your palate needs to get used to, if you expect to develop beyond the basics. What does that even mean? Someone's ordered some creamy meat.
Try a little bit harder.
I'm trying my best, Gordon. I'm sorry I can't play it up in less than half a second. The customers have started grunting at me now. Don't worry, loves. Your creamy mystery meat and greens is on the way. We somehow get a perfect score, but once again it is downgraded to 4 stars on our return to the menu screen. Finally, you're becoming more competent with doughs and grains. I think I already was, mate. It's basically all I eat. But anyway, we have a speed increase. So is it just a speed increase for the specified ingredient? That's a bit rubbish. Oh yeah, I guess they're spinning slightly faster than the other stuff. The centrifugal forces have certainly been cranked up. Our restaurant is already on fire with the angry fellas. Well, he did tell me to leave them to simmer after all. There is something so funny about seeing this stuff spinning around like that. Like, how did they decide on using this rather than, I don't know, actually chopping or preparing the ingredients? Well, I did a bit rubbish there, didn't I?
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, apart from being extremely stressed out, having achy hands from trying to drag things quickly, and my eyes burning from staring at the screen for hours. Thanks for asking. Today's special looks like literal poo. These people would eat a worm if you gave it a fancy name. We also have an additional table, and we're told we are heading towards the expected full capacity. I don't know how I'm gonna cope. Well, it wasn't that bad actually, and I somehow did better than when I had one less table to deal with.
Congratulations.
Oh, I was wondering when we'd actually use this bloody oven. Well, I've already messed up and forgot about the oven. Bloody idiot. I tried to hold the pot in my burning hand, but the inevitable does happen, and it turns into flames.
You donkey!
Yes, I agree, that was a certified donkey moment. Oh no, the throbbing has started. I'm scared. Then I make the same mistake right after. Chef Ramsay shuts the kitchen, rightfully so.
You've got every right to look down.
Who said I was looking down? I am actually looking forward. Looking forward to another day of being called a donkey. And yes, I keep making that same mistake on my second try. Will I ever learn? But I managed to redeem myself and actually complete the shift, with a decent 4 stars. Things are really turning around for me.
Unbelievable.
Our last day as little baby junior chef, and we have new customers, business people. They order and eat quickly, but are happy to wait longer as they love having a little natter, like the exact opposite of the business people I'm familiar with. Well, this time it's not forgetting about the oven that's my downfall, but simply not dealing with customers fast enough. I swear the heartbeat sound effect makes it so much harder to focus. Once again, the restaurant is shut down and I get told off.
Don't even touch another thing in this kitchen.
I don't think I'm cut out for this chef malarkey. I think if Gordon Ramsay shouted at me like this in real life, I would cry. Well, on my 3rd try, I actually make it through the day, albeit with a terrible score of 2 stars. But who cares, I still get a promotion. More than halfway there. Not many can make it this far. Although you've been extraordinary so far, the climb only gets steeper from here. I can't believe he still thinks I'm extraordinary after that embarrassment of a level. It's about more than being a good chef. Now it's time to start pushing for the extraordinary. You literally just said I was extraordinary. You need to plan ahead while still focusing at the task at hand. Nah mate, I can't multitask. I am a one thing at a time type of girl. Fame and glamour come to those who are worthy. Never compromise on quality, and people will have no choice but to admire your work. Wise words, Mr. Ramsay, but I don't think fame and glamour is the reason why most people become chefs. We have now been promoted to cook without the junior. But what is the difference between a cook and a chef? Cook makes it seem like more of a hobby. Oh yes, another kitchen test. And we are being warned that being a 3-star establishment will seem much harder than a 2-star. Wait, are we talking like Michelin star or just like 3-star? Because if it's the latter, I don't think customers should be expecting perfection, especially from a cook who's not even a chef. So we have 15 dishes to cook in this test. It feels like it will never end. Before we even reach the dessert stage, the heartbeat sound effect starts. But somehow I managed to just make it through before Gordon has a heart attack. With a dreadful 1 star, of course. I'm not even going to bother trying that one again. We now have even larger groups coming in, of up to 4 people. It's bad enough with groups of 3. Well, thankfully there is only one group of 4, but they order the most complicated meals ever. I'm overwhelmed with the amount of ingredients involved. And because there are 4 different utensils now, which finish at the same time, I can't drag them quickly enough.
I need you to really, seriously up your game.
I agree, I do need to up my game. I don't know what's going on today. I can't seem to manage to get higher than 4 stars, unless it's for like a 2-person table. My timing is completely off, but somehow we managed to finish the day with a 4-star rating. Our restaurant has now reached the full capacity, with the 6th and final table being added. I wish they wouldn't all arrive at the same time. Form an orderly queue, ladies. I still haven't gotten the hang of these 4-person tables, and it's even more confusing now the oven efficiency has increased. I think it's just impossible to get 5 stars there. At this point we are serving 6 times 3, which is 18 courses. That's too bloody much. The days are getting longer and longer, and my hands are ever so tired. But I soldier on, as I always do.
Come on, please!
Yes, I am a whirlwind with meats, aren't I? At last we're adding seafood to the menu. Great, I've always wanted to see a crab spinning around in midair. Did they actually leave the shells in there? Why is it that colour? Yeah, it did look like a very dish. Confusingly, we get 4 stars for this level, but Chef Ramsay says the line he usually says when you do bad.
Unbelievable.
Then, upon return to the menu, we are downgraded to 3 stars. This is so annoying. I'm glad none of it actually matters, as long as you get enough stars for the promotion. New customer alert. These so-called glamorous customers are looking for exceptional experiences, both in dining and service. And apparently we're forbidden from disappointing them. You came to the wrong place, pal. Of course I'm gonna disappoint you. Wait, this bloke kinda looks like that Jay Rayner fella. I hope you're not reviewing my shameful cooking right now, mate. There's much more groups of 4 than I am comfortable with today. I just can't please anyone.
Not good so far.
I'm very proud of your progress. By now, I hope you appreciate how unique you are. There is very little left for me to teach you. How about you teach me how to yell at people? I hate telling people what to do, and I don't want them to think I'm mean. This week is all about figuring out your own style and discovering your own tricks. Well, I'd like to, but there's not really much you can do with these spinning ingredients and dragging of utensils. What tricks are there even to discover? Food critics will be coming at the end of the week. Take advantage of every second until then to master your skills and explore all possibilities. I've already mastered everything. Send the critics my way. We have now been promoted from cook to senior chef. But I feel like that's quite a steep promotion. Like, surely there should be a stage between cook and senior chef. I'm not senior yet. Time for our final kitchen test. and our special today is spaghetti lobster, no lobby thermo. This recipe calls for Chippendale basil. Basil made from those little chipmunks? I think I'm finally getting the hang of this chef thing. It only took like 4 hours. I think Chef Ramsay begs to differ though.
Try a little bit harder.
I don't know if this game has actually gotten harder, or I'm just terrible at multitasking, but my kitchen keeps getting shut down. It's probably just burnout at this point. But after 3 attempts, I finally passed the kitchen test with an impressive 2 stars. At least it's only poor and not dreadful, I guess. Fantastic news, our saucepan has had an efficiency increase. The saucepan has many subtleties. It takes a knack to make the most of it under the pressure of a busy restaurant, but you can handle it. Mate, it's just a saucepan. Of course I can handle it. What does the efficiency increase even do anyway? Does it just make the cooking time quicker than it would usually be? I noticed it more with the oven because that was always like 17 seconds at first, but now it's 12. I don't even know what the saucepan was before. I thought it was like different every time. Oh, look at today's special. Soft shell crabs. How evil. I refuse to serve this in my establishment. But at least our seafood speed is finally increased, I guess. So does that mean all of our ingredients are being prepared at full speed now? I can't even tell the difference. And guess what? Even this late in the game, I've still not managed to get 5 stars when preparing 4 dishes at the same time. I don't deserve the senior chef title. If I was on the real Hell's Kitchen, Chef Ramsay would have for sure told me to F off a long time ago. At last, the pot has received an efficiency increase. Funny how our first piece of equipment is the last to be upgraded. A few final tricks added to your repertoire with the pot, and the rest is up to your personal style. What personal style? I can't bloody do anything but spin ingredients. You wouldn't even let me burn down the restaurant. At last is our final day in Hell's Kitchen, and our final test. Food critics are arriving today, so we'll have to be exceptional. Or as I have done so far, do just enough to not fail. But it's not going well, they're fuming already. But I finally actually got 5 stars preparing 4 meals at a time. Maybe I am a good chef after all. Oh, I guess not. Well, somehow I managed to recover from the flame meter being almost maxed out and end up with a perfect score.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Not only have you earned your 5th star from the critics, but you've gone beyond even my own expectations. Word of mouth is more important than ever now, and your own path has limitless potential. Keep working your art and developing your career. Your restaurant may now be a 5-star establishment, but that doesn't mean you can't reach new heights on your own. But I can't without having you telling me off all the time, Mr. Ramsay. I don't even want to be a stupid chef. I don't want to touch gross meat and deal with horrid customers. Oh, why did I decide to play this game in the first place? Well, this may be the end of the PC version of Hell's Kitchen, but it's certainly not the end of my Hell's Kitchen journey. As I have read that in other versions of the game, Gordon Ramsay does indeed swear, albeit censored. In fact, apparently an uncensored version of the game was released for a limited time, but I was sadly unable to find this version anywhere. So I whipped out my Nintendo DS in the hopes to witness the profanities firsthand. Upon opening the game, I'm greeted by some extremely crackly audio. But apart from this, the game seems pretty much identical, maybe with slightly worse graphics. Well, unfortunately, we can't really make any mistakes in the tutorial, so I have to play through that as normal. But look, the ingredients don't even spin like in the PC game, they just shake. Well, I make it to day 2, and seat the customers, and just leave them to simmer, then boil, then burn, and eventually... Wow, this really does enhance the experience. I feel like I'm actually on the show. Now let's see what happens when I mess up my cooking. Oh, nothing. Just done. Well, let's leave these fellas to simmer for a little longer.
People are getting impatient.
This is incredible. Oh, so when he shuts down the kitchen, he just shouts the same line. That's boring.
Don't even touch another thing in this kitchen.
Well, I shall have to play one more time to see if there are any more lines up old Gordon's sleeve. And I am not disappointed.
People are getting impatient. Me. Don't even touch another thing in this kitchen.
Man, I love Gordon Ramsay. Well, Hell's Kitchen, TM, the game. I don't really know what I was expecting, but it certainly wasn't this. Having watched the show, this is nothing like it. I thought maybe it would be like a competition against the other kitchen or something, but it wasn't. It was just like a very boring cooking game. Even though the game was extremely boring and repetitive, I did manage to play until the end. I'd kinda got into it towards the end, but ultimately it's a rubbish game. They could have made it like a cool hybrid of Cooking Mama and Diner Dash, a grown-up version of course, with your time being split between the kitchen and serving. They could have had some mini-games where you actually prepare the ingredients and actually cook them, but instead we had spinning ingredients, dragging and dropping, and a waiter that phases in and out of existence. The only good thing about this game was Gordon Ramsay. I believe this is his actual voice in the game, and having him saying encouraging things to me, as well as frowning and yelling at me, was ultimately what got me through the grueling process of playing this game. I need a virtual Gordon Ramsay to shout at me in real life. I feel like that would motivate me a lot. It's a shame he didn't swear in the PC version, because that was actually so funny, and I wish I could have gotten my hands on the uncensored version too. But anyway, there's not much more to say about this game. It was bad. It had potential with the Hell's Kitchen title, but it was a pretty poor effort at a cooking game, or time management game, or whatever it's supposed to be. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's a little different to my usual videos, but I've wanted to cover this game for a while. If you liked this video and would like to see more weird games like this, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.
Let's go, Twan. Open that baby up. Come on, big boy. Show me your willy.